Stevie Nicks is an American singer and songwriter, and the chances are that you've heard of her. And if you haven't heard of her, you might be slightly surprised that I'm using her for somebody called Stevie. She has been a member of Fleetwood Mac, who have been a hugely successful band since 1975. She started a solo career in 1981, and the two have gone side by side. And between the two, she has had enormous success. Hi, my name's Dan. So this was Stevie Nicks' first solo album, and it has quite a few musicians involved. Some of them are guests that you might know the names of. I knew the names of Tom Petty, Don Henley, and a guy called Donald Duck Dunn, who was in Booker T and the MGs. Musically, I would classify it as medium rock. I would say, not really sure how to describe this thought that I had, but it felt like it had some of the structures and the chord sequences and the kind of tones and the expansiveness of harder rock at that time, but just with a more kind of, not as driving, a bit more muted, but the kind of the feel of space and the feeling of the production was similar to some of the harder edged rock that was around at that sort of time. And I would say it was fairly varied in terms of the music that's being used. There's some country elements, in particular a song After the Glitter Fades has got some kind of steel guitar sounds in it, and it sounds quite country. But throughout, there's kind of little elements of that kind of country feel going on. There's some nice songwriting going on. I would say it's not as iconic as Fleetwood Mac stuff, possibly just because I don't really know it. There is one song on here that I recognised, and I was pleased to hear it because I hadn't realised it was on this album, which is The Edge of 17, and that's definitely my favourite track on this album. Let's talk very briefly about her voice, because Stevie Nicks is known for the fact that she's got quite an iconic voice. She's got in general, almost everything about her voice, I love it. She's got a very fast vibrato. The thing that I don't like about her voice is the fact that she has missing consonants, or the consonants are very quiet in her voice. And I know that this is the case for some people. As they sing, the consonants don't come out as strongly as other people. To her, it sounds almost like a speech impediment, well, a singing impediment. And I don't think it is just because she is such a loud singer and sings strongly, because that is one of the times when you find that the consonants start to get lost, when somebody can really belt it out, because consonants tend to stay about the same volume, whereas the vowels are the things that you're blasting out when you're blasting. So it's my reaction to her voice is kind of, it's mixed, in the sense that there's a lot of it that I love about her voice, but it slightly irritates me sometimes with that. In general, then, the album, I wonder if people are going to be upset because I'm not giving it a higher score than I am. I think this is mostly because it didn't feel quite as strong in the kind of iconic sense as some of the Fleetwood Mac stuff, but it's still a very pleasant album, and I did enjoy it. And I'd love to know what you think of this album, so please let me know by saying something in the comments. And that's it from me for now.